All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach Radash for the Spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakathum. And this image you see before you, I want to see a quick few words on it. I get a couple precepts, which we all knew, but it says in this article, and it's just the headline. You gotta apparently pay for it to read the whole article, but it says, forget going back to the office. People are quitting instead. It said more Americans are leaving their jobs than at any point in the past 20 years. That's good news for the economy and your salary. Now, we'll see on that last part, because what's going to happen is when Esau sees everybody leaving the workforce, it's going to cause him to get desperate. All right. Now, the reason that they're probably saying that it's good for the economy and good for your salary is because whenever there's a low pool of workers, the salaries go up. Like any job that it's hard to find workers for, they pay a lot for those jobs. Right. So jobs like ice road, trucking, particular construction jobs, certain sanitation jobs. Some of those jobs pay, $70,000-$80,000 a year because the number of people is so low. So when the number of people that don't want to work goes down in general, then that means employers start offering more money. All right. Now, that's basically what they're trying to say here. But Esau has been known to backfire, man. Or this thing has been known to it's going to backfire, I should say. It's a lockyer. And Esau has been known to do wickedness. Esau has automation. He has different agendas and things. And you have to remember this guy's in control of the money supply. But the main thing is people are fed up, man. People are tired of this place. People are depressed. People are sick of going to work. I'm one of those people. There's some people who left during this whole shutdown thing happened, and they were just like, screw it, man. I'm not going back to work. I hate my job, hate my boss anyway, and I'm not dealing with it. And that's about to be a major issue, because what's going to happen is that's going to lead to them having to give out a lot more unemployment. And if they have to do that, what they basically have to do is print more money. And the more money you print with nothing being produced, then hyperinflation starts to set in. Is the effect, basically. Everybody's basically getting paid to do nothing. So less things are getting produced, and the things that are getting produced become more expensive because nobody's wanting to work. If you follow me there. All right. And it was prophesied that this would be one of the plagues that would hit America. All right. That the mirth of this place would slow down, that it would cease, that it would get dark. And I'll get that in the scripture real quick. But this place is through, man. If you're a brother out there and you feeling that same way, this is the Most High. This is a curse Most High is putting on Egypt, and although we feel it, every day you got to deal with this. Ultimately, we should have an inner joy. We should have an inner peace, because we know this is the Most High's doing. And ultimately, it's to bring this place down, And whatever Esau tries to spin in the news, this place isn't going to get better, man. Any little inkling or spurts of like mirth or whatever, it's all temporary, and it's all to inflate their ego for the larger fall. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened." All right. So the grinders cease because they are few. So the workforce is slowing down. All right. Things aren't going back to normal ever. All right. Things might look like they'll be trying to recover, but see, what Esau did, he was successful in doing last year. And since what he did last year worked, he's in a prime position to do it again. All right. And make no mistake, the largest transfer of wealth from the bottom to the top happened last year. They never printed more money in that amount of time, and not uh and no amount of money, that amount of money has never been transferred from the bottom to the top ever, all at once at that time. I mean, Esau did a $16 trillion bill in one swoop, and he gave 80% of it to bankers, these large corporations, the elites, basically the upper class of the society, and he cut a check to the rest of the people for about $400 billion out of 6 trillion. All right, and left and basically left you out to dry, man, because that wasn't enough for a lot of people, man. Especially if you had a job that paid a little bit more and they just let you go. I mean, they completely robbed this place. Not to mention, 2/3 of all the small businesses that just shut down permanently. They're not going to reopen. All those bigger companies are going to come in and buy them up, and they all got not only just bailouts, but they got basically a form of stimulus money too. You know, Amazon, Tesla, all right, Walmart, Apple, all of these companies had record gains, while the economy basically just got shit on. All right. So the rich got richer and the poor got poorer, way more than it was before, if you can even believe that, all at once. And so don't think that Esau is not incentivized to do this thing again, So yeah, the people are leaving the workforce. It says, Ecclesiastes 12:4, it says, "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." All right, because everything is in a low, dumbed down state. All right, people are working from home. People are getting fat. They're getting out of shape. They're getting vexed with each other. Domestic violence is at an all-time high. Self-deletion is at an all-time high. Violence, crime. Verse 5, it says also, "When they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way." All right. And part of that fear of the elites of what's high is these chariots, man. And when that food, like the food is spiking right now, gas is spiking right now. When these things get to the point to where you don't even have enough in your account to get some basic groceries, then fear is really going to set in. All right. It says, "And the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and the desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets." All right. So it's going to be mourning everywhere. It says, "Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel be broken at the cistern." In otherwise, all the cogs in the machine are going to get halted. Everything's going to slow down. And America, the richest place in the world, and have the highest amount of prisoners. They don't have decent health care for most people. Just having a baby costs 10 grand. And it's set up for the rich to just keep getting richer, man. When King Solomon was ruling, man, everybody was balling. Everybody. From the least to the greatest, okay? How is America the richest country in the world, the most powerful country in the world, and you still got people dying on the streets, man? It says that's basically it. It says, verse 7, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return to the Most High who gave it." And otherwise, there's going to be a lot of death. Okay. And this article is typical of that. I'll get one more. You can basically read all of Isaiah 24. this whole thing goes into what's going on with this place. But I started at Isaiah 1:24-1. It says, "Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof." All right, and that's what's happening right now. He's turned everything upside down. Men are women, and women are men. Women are masculine, and men are effeminate. All right. Printing money out of nowhere is considered riches in this society. Not owning land is, this place, everything you can think of that's of righteousness, this place is doing the opposite. All right. It says, verse 2, "And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, as with the maid, as with the mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word." And that's going on today, man, in this place in Egypt, man. And this is supposed to happen, So if you get in touch by some of this, you just take it as this is part of the curses, but just understand Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is making moves on this place. It's not for no reason that the chariots are showing up at the same time, that World War III tensions are at an all-time high. All right. That this truth is going out more so than ever. And this place is getting plagued on all sides. People are getting exposed. Verse 3, "The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languisheth and fadeth away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish." So all you people full of pride, walking around, especially you women, the day the internet gets cut off, a lot of you women are going to bug the hell out, especially you good-looking ones that relying completely on your looks. All right? When you don't even have enough money in your account to buy a bag of chips, and there's nobody, in your DMs, y'all are going to be holding that day, man. So this is just a sign of what's to come, So I just wanted to speak on that real quick. Hopefully our brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakudash, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom.